Welcome to Devos with B. It's your girl Bethany, and I'm super excited to be here with y'all. I want to apologize for not having a video last week. It was just a crazy week, but we're back, and I'm super excited about this week's Devo. A few announcements is tonight is devoted. It's at 7 o'clock. We have food, games, fellowship, and we get to hear a word. But today's a little bit different. We're actually having prayer and worship night, so it's going to be really awesome, really powerful night. So come out, invite your friends. It's gonna be great. Pastor Dave in a couple weeks will wrap up his series on relationships. We did relationships with God, relationships with ourselves, and then I believe he's ending it with relationships with others. And so you don't want to miss that. It'll be in a couple weeks, so be sure to come out for that. And come out tonight. It's going to be a great time. And invite people to come. It's a great way to meet people that love Jesus. And we have food, like I said, and games. And it's just going to be awesome. So come out. Next announcement is Sunday. We have church at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we have a live stream if you can't make it on in person. And we have bagels and coffee afterwards. It's a great time to get to know people within the Grace community. If you're looking for a church, we'd love to have you. If you're looking to get plugged in more with Grace, you can talk to a devoted leader at Devoted, or you can email the church, and I think the email is located on the church website, and you can email them and they can help you get plugged in with other ministries at Grace. I think that's it for announcements. Make sure you're staying tuned on our social media. We have Alyssa Mulcahy, who does an awesome job at just posting on our devoted social media. So follow our Instagram account. We have a Facebook page that you can like as well, and we have the YouTube channel that you're watching now, and then we also have a devoted chat on the Grace Chapel Bedminster app that you can download. And those are just a lot of different ways to stay connected, and also just stay updated on different events that are occurring throughout the week or the month. So make sure you want to follow some of those different platforms so that you can just stay tuned in or in the know with what's happening. I think that's it. So what I'm going to be talking about is I have, this is kind of a shameless plug right now, but I have an Instagram account called interpersonal_BP, and if you're not following it, go follow it. It's really great. It's talking about faith and psychology, and something I posted on it, and it just kind of spoke to my heart, is this idea of God just spoke this to me a little bit ago, and it was God is not a highlight reel, and your purpose is not either. And I wrote this, and I'm going to read it to y'all because this is what we're going to talk about. It's so important. It says, "We lose hope of the mission because we're unwilling to make sacrifices as well. God is not a highlight reel, and your purpose is not either. We have to die daily and acknowledge that we are in a war, and that means in the war, battles will be won, but won't always be easy." So God just placed on my heart a little while back, and when I posted it, it just spoke to me, and I was just meditating on it more, and it got me thinking that we make God sometimes highlight moments and highlight reels in our life, and our purpose and our calling, and that can be a little bit of a dangerous place in our faith, because when we make God only the highlight reels, we only expect big things, glamorous spiritual high moments with God. If we're looking at God as our highlight reels, and it can be hard because when we have those moments that might seem more dull, or if God seems silent or distant, and we're asking for these big prayers, or things aren't happening, or we're not seeing God move in the way that you're hoping because he did this big thing last time, it can really be discouraging our faith. And I guess what I want to say is God is not our highlight reel. And you might be like, what? all I'm gonna say is God is the whole story. He's the whole thing. He's in every single moment. He's in every single detail of our lives. He'll show himself in those big, powerful moments that are really amazing, but he's also in the quiet, deep, small, little moments as well, that are just as impactful and just as powerful. And we can be so focused on those big moments and expecting God to always show himself in those big moments that we miss God in the small moments. And a lot of times when we're walking in our purpose and our calling, it can be the same way. We want these big moments of God to show us in our purpose and our calling, when he's really at that time might be showing you in small little moments, and we can miss out in our experience, in our journey with God. And so this is a challenge and also encouragement, that don't just look for God in the big moments, or just expect him to come in these big, powerful, spiritual high moments, but also look for God in the little things. This was honestly kind of a challenge for me. I'm just gonna give you kind of a personal little testimony with this. Is I struggled with this idea for a little bit of time. I was always praying to God, like, oh, show yourself to me, show yourself to me. I just want, like, and I wanted to experience those big moments. And somewhat recently, God was showing himself through small moments, and that were so impactful. I've mentioned my job and work and stuff, and I work with kids, and it was just kind of in a rut, and I was kind of like, God, I just don't feel like I'm experiencing you. I don't really know my purpose anymore. Like, I'm not getting those big moments. Like, I'm not feeling that spiritual high. I kind of actually feel like I'm I'm in a place of kind of, it feels like here, and I was kind of starting to doubt God and where he was placing me. And he showed me himself. He like showed me in himself through like the most simplest thing. As the kids are doing work, the teacher will play like kind of background music, and this teacher plays the piano, guys, and it's just, they do like covers of like mostly Disney songs and other like songs like that. But they'll do like more orchestra and piano and stuff. And as I was like helping a kid with their work or whatever, I hear Waymaker. And I'm like, and for a second I was like, wait, is this actually Waymaker? And worship music was mixed into it. So I guess these piano guys, they also do like different covers of like worship music. And it was like in the playlist that she just like found on Spotify. And I was like, whoa, God, like you're like making yourself known, and you're like, I don't know, it was just such a cool moment of like, wow, God, you're so powerful, and you made yourself known in this classroom. And they don't even know it, but I was just like sitting there, and I was like worshiping and praying, and as I'm like helping the kids and like praying over the classroom, and it was just like such a powerful moment that I was like, whoa, like it wasn't this like big moment. It wasn't like this, okay, like I'm on my knees, and I'm just like, here I am, and like it was just this big like moment. It was like I was literally in a classroom, and I was helping kids with their work, and like this worship and some worship music like was being played in the mix of these Disney songs, and it was just like, God, like he like, it was like a reminder, like he's like, I'm here, like I hear you, I hear your prayers, and like that you're supposed to be here, like this is where you're supposed to be. And it was like just such a cool moment, and it was so like small, and I could have like easily went like, I could have just like ignored it and been like, yeah, that's cool, and then like moved on, but like it was just so powerful, and it was just a small moment. And so and that's just like in the everyday life. And so I'm challenging us, don't just look for those big moments in our purpose and in our relationship with God, but really just let him like be open to feeling and experience God in every part, in every in the small little things, but also in the big things. I'm not saying that God can't work you can't experience Him anymore in the big things. No, but that's not the only way God will like meet you. And so God is not just the highlight reel. He's not a moment, and we shouldn't limit God to just big moments like that, because it's limiting who He is. And so we should be open to the whole story of God, and that this journey with God will have big moments, but it also have these small intimate moments that might seem so microscopic, but is so powerful and just as powerful as those big moments. Um, and so we should walk this journey as God is our whole story. He's our whole life. He's not just highlight reels and highlight moments in our life and in this journey, but He's the whole thing. And that's such a I think that's so beautiful and so much more impactful, and gives me a lot more hope in our relationship with God. That God just doesn't come in big moments, and we shouldn't just expect God to, or we shouldn't just be able to experience God in big moments, but that we should experience God in every moment, and in the big ones and the small ones and everything in between in our daily lives. And I think that makes our relationship with God so more authentic and so much more powerful. And then it gives us a lot more hope. At least I think it does. So that's all I really have for you. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope to see you tonight, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I love you guys, and just have an awesome, awesome rest of your week and weekend. Peace and blessings. Bye, guys.